Hello and welcome to another session of my data visualization presentation. And in this scenario, we are looking at network analysis in the context of data visualization. And the data set that we're going to use are the world chess champions, that is from 1948 to 1990. Which we downloaded, and uh, as you can see, we are going to use the Tulip software, and I've already uploaded that dataset in the software. So when you look at the dataset, it has such as birthplace, name of the candidate, number of participation did. It has the status, and status is also color coded. So you'll find that for this particular case, there are three statuses that we are looking at. We are looking at status 0. Status 0 meaning the candidate participated in any of competitions but never reached the finals. And it's color coded yellow. There is also status 1, which, which shows that the candidate participated in the competition, reached the final but lost in the final, and it's color coded red. Then when you look at status code 2, the candidate participated in the competition, reached the final and won. In other words, is a former world champion. So it's color coded blue. So these color codes are going to help us in the future visualizations that we're yet to. So this is actually the spreadsheet view. Now, when you look at the geographical view, the one I came up with, you'll find that this is how the visualization is represented. Candidates presented according to their places of origin. You find that in South America, there are two, in around two of them. In North America, there are this population. In Africa, none came from Africa, and you find majority was concentrated in Asia and the Middle East and so on. So this clearly brings out the distribution, the geographical distribution of the candidates. And it also shows us where the champions came from most, and also those who participated and so on. Another important thing we note from this diagram is the link. You find that the 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 blue coded, or the champions, so to speak, they have a bigger number of links compared to the people who are yellow coded, and those who are represented by the red code. And that simply shows that the champions played more games than, or met more people than these other people. So that's also another interesting aspect that we are looking at here. But Africa is to pull up his socks seriously. Then when you look at another diagram or another visualization, we look at the scatter plot or 2D view, where we have peak rating. Okay, it has three different graphs. There's peak rating versus number of participations, status versus number of participations, and status versus peak rating. Now, when you look at status versus number of participation, we see that those who are two, in other words, who are color coded blue, and in other words, who are the world champions, they have more of they participated more than the other groups. For example, you find that the least who participated in the least who is a champion participated in 3 games and above, while the list of who went to the final but lost participated in 2 games and above, and then the majority are this side, those who participated and never even reached the final. So it gives us that graphical view as well. Then for peak rating, the same story. Find that uh, those who participated more are highly rated than those who participated are highly rated than those who participated in more games. They have the high rating or the high peak rating compared to those who participated least. So it also shows, brings out that clearly, as well as this other graph of status versus peak rating, where you realize that those with status 2 have the higher peak rating than those with the lower statuses. When you look at the histogram view, we have also categorized them in 4 different representations: number of participations, task, view metric, and peak rating. Number of participations, you find that the number of people who participated, that is the x axis, the y axis, vis-a-vis the number of participations. So you find that uh, people who participated in the least games are majority. Then those who participated in more games are the minority. And you find that those who participated in more games are in most cases the champions, or those who went to the finals but lost. That's why you see the color code blue. Blue in our previous spreadsheet view, we saw that blue was those who participated and won the championship, and red are those who lost, who went to the final and lost, and yellow are the majority who just participated but never won. So you find they are the majority, and they have the least number of participations compared to the champions. This brings it out clearly as well. So status versus the number of the population or the number of participants, you find that status 0 has the highest number or the biggest number. Then status 1 has the least number, and status 2 has also the least number, but of course, at least it is higher than for status 1. So uh, it also brings it out well. View metric, same story. Peak rating also, you find that the ones who are coded blue, who are the champions, are more highly rated than those other categories. So this visualization informs clearly to the people who are consuming it. When we look at self-organizing map view, now we have also got 4 categories of representation: a number of participation, status, peak rating, and view metric. So when you look at number of participations, the rate is from 0 to 10, where 0, these are the number of participations. 0 participation, 1, 2, 3, up to those who participated like 10 times. Now, when you look at this the way this is scattered, you find that those in blue are those who participated the least, and in this visualization, you find they are the majority. And then those who are red and yellow are the ones who participated the most. And in this kind of representation, you find they are the least. That's why their dots are less, or their color region are less than the blue one. So it tells you that the number of participations, there are very few people who participated in more games than the majority. So meaning majority probably didn't participate in very many games, and there are those who just participated but never went to the final or even never won the final. Now, when you look at status also, 0 to 2. So 0 are those who just participated. Then in between there, you find there's 1 and then 2. So again, it's the same story. The blue people are the ones dominating here. And then the yellow and the red, you find they are the ones who went to the final and won or lost it. And they are the few people. That's why you find their dots are very few. So this also shows you it it clearly brings out the representation and so on. Yeah, you also see the peak rating and all that. Peak rating looks like it's a bit balanced, although the red people, red and look like they are the ones who are more highly rated compared to the blue, the people who are coded blue. Yeah, so basically that is also another view. Then we also have the parallel coordinates view. It shows you it now. This one clearly brings the relationship between all the parameters that you've used in the data set. You'll see the birthplace, you'll see the name, you see the number of participants, peak rating, and status. So if you zoom this presentation representation and you focus say on one particular person, it will show you that, for example, this is the name, maybe, okay, this is his birthplace, this is his name, and it will show you the number of participations he got, how he's rated, and it will show you his status as well. But now, at a glance, because of the color coding that we are using, which is helping us to differentiate between the statuses, you'll find that those who are color coded blue, uh, when you follow them clearly, you see that the least number of times they participated in a game, in a competition, is 3. So meaning they participated in three competitions or championships and above, and these are rated, and you will also see that they are usually rated highly. So this one clearly brings it out. Then for the red people, you find that the least number of competitions that participated is 3, also is 3, 2, 2, 2 and above. They've participated in 2 and above, and they are also rated somehow highly. And then the majority, who are the yellow people, who have never, who didn't, who just participated but never went for final, are the ones who are below, and they are also, their peak rating is low and their status is 0. So when you zoom it and you follow one person particularly, you'll be able to get all this information. So it's very handy. It gives you a clear picture for who those who are analyzing uh, specific particular type of data. Uh, then we also have the node link diagram. This one shows you how the people are connected, or number of games they have ever participated in, or the number of people they have ever interacted with. And now you see that for those who are coded blue, they have interacted with more people or more participants, and that is because they have played many games. Because once you reach the final and you even win, it means that you've played so many games. You've played all the games in the tournament, the highest number of games in the tournament. So that's why they have very many links compared to the other group of people, the people in red and those participants in yellow. So the node link diagram also helps us bring out that kind of information. So basically, this is what I had for Tulip. The reason why I've presented these ones in in the graphical or PowerPoint presentation is this tool is not so steady on my computer, but all this I've put them, I've generated them from the tool. So I would like to thank you again for watching, and have a good day.